For centuries, people were told a simple story. Europe stumbled through the Middle Ages alone, cold, disconnected, waiting for brilliance to return from nowhere. But that was never the truth. The real spark came from the south, from scholars and builders and dreamers who crossed the sea into Spain. People history calls the Moors. A mix of African and Arab cultures carries a library of knowledge on their backs. When they arrived in 711, they found a land where cities were small, the roads were rough, and science was more rumor than reality. Europe had been quiet for a long time, too long. The Moors stepped onto the continent with ideas that glowed like lanterns, new ways to measure the stars, new math that finally made sense, new engineering that brought water into dry towns, and books. So many books that Spain would become home to some of the largest libraries in the world. Imagine walking through Córdoba at night. The streets were lit with lamps long before most of Europe even dreamed of public lighting. Fountains sang in quiet courtyards. Marble floors stayed cool even in summer. Students from Christian, Jewish, and Muslim families are all sitting together in one room, learning from the same teacher. It was not perfect. No society ever is, but it was a time when ideas mattered more than the borders people came from. The Moors brought algebra, astronomy, medicine, philosophy, and the engineering secrets of ancient civilizations that Europe had forgotten. They preserved Greek texts that might have been lost forever. They translated knowledge across languages and continents, turning Spain into the intellectual crossroads of the world. Doctors in Moorish hospitals performed surgeries with documented procedures, while much of Europe still believed illness came from spirits in the air. Architects built arches that stood for centuries, designs so strong that modern engineers still marvel at them. Farmers transformed dry land into green wealth, using irrigation networks more advanced than anything Europe had seen before. And the most unifying part of this story, this is what happened after. When Europe finally stepped into the Renaissance, the rebirth of art and science, it was not an isolated miracle. It was a continuation, a ripple effect of knowledge passed from Africa to Arabia to Spain, and then across an entire continent that was ready to wake up. This story is not about who was better. It is about how civilizations rise when they share ideas and fall when they forget they ever did. The Moors did not just influence Europe. They reminded the world of something deeper. That progress does not belong to one people or one land. It grows wherever curiosity is allowed to breathe, and when cultures meet with open hands instead of closed fists, they build something brighter than either could alone. The Moors lit a spark and Europe carried it forward, a shared history often untold, but woven into the foundations of both worlds.